I've seen so many recipes on TikTok and Instagram and things like that lately that are for 2-ingredient cake mixes, simple and easy to do. And then it's basically a box of cake mix and an egg, or a box of cake mix and a can of soda. Well, cake's not that hard. 4 ingredients in a basic cake, that's it. Butter, sugar, flour, eggs. It's not that hard. They're basic things that most people, or many people, will have in their cupboards. The easiest recipe I know is 225 grams of butter, same of flour, same of sugar, and 4 eggs. Simple, easy to do. And then that's when you get creative. Let me show you my basic cake mix. Okay, in here I have got 225 grams of butter. It is, I can't believe it's not butter because it's nice and easy to use and it's already softened, save you having to soften a block of butter. Then I'm going to add 225 grams of caster sugar. Nice and easy. There we go. Oh, yeah, 225 sorted. Then all you do is blend this together. Oh, why has that gone all blurry? Oh, hello. Glad we got all that blurriness sorted out. All you're going to do now is blend this together. I'm using my high-speed mixer. You can do it by hand with a wooden spoon. Absolutely up to you. You could do it in a stand mixer as well, but you're just going to blend it together until it is nice and light and fluffy. Don't forget to scrape down your sides part way through. So you can already see that it's changing to a fluffier mixture here. Really nice. And just keep mixing for a few more minutes. Going to add my eggs next, and as I said, 4 eggs. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Right, I'm just going to give my hands a little quick wash and back to give it a mix. Now it looks as though the egg is making it look curdled at first, but that's absolutely fine. It will soon bring itself back together, and as soon as you add the flour, that is going to solve that problem. So the flour we are going to add is self-raising flour. If you've not got self-raising flour, you can make plain flour into self-raising. I believe, now I will double check and I will put it in the description box below, but for every 150 grams of plain flour, you add a teaspoon of baking powder, and that will help it turn into self-raising flour. Other than that, you just get your self-raising, and again, go for 225. And no, I'm not sifting it. I can't remember the last time I sifted flour. There we go, nearly there. Yeah, 225. Fabulous. And then just use your spatula to blend it all together. Now don't overmix it. You want to keep it nice and light and just go around and in. I often turn my bowl at the same time, just gets you a bigger turning circle. And you just want to work it nice and quick. And get all that flour incorporated as quick as you can with the least effort. And just have a quick check through, make sure you've not got any lumps of flour. See, a couple of lumps there, just give it a knock, give it a check. There we go. And there you are. Now, that's your basic recipe. Easy as, all done. I am going to enhance this recipe. Chris is a big fan of a Bakewell tart. Doesn't like the ones with the cherry on top so much. We're talking a traditional Bakewell, like what you would get from the Bakewell pudding shop. So you're talking those fruit jammy flavours with the almond. So we're going to make that by adding some almonds. Now you could toast these as well if you chose to beforehand, which would be nice, but we are going to cheat and use some almond extract. Good glug of that. Oh, it smells so good. And then I'm just going to give that a quick little mix to mix in the flavours. And then we're going to get our tin ready. I'm just putting a bit of baking parchment in the bottom of this. I am then just going to brush up the two sides. I could use a second piece of baking parchment, but I'm not too fussed about that. I just don't want it to, this is just more to stop it from sticking on the bottom. So I'll just brush those sides, a little bit at this there, easy enough, just to stop that main sticking component. And then we're just going to plop our mixture into the tray. I'm going to go in with about that much, because this is where else I'm going to add a bit of extra flavour. I'm just going to create a base layer. There we go. And now I'm going to dive in my fridge and find some of my homemade jam. This is my homemade jam that I made last year. This is the remnants of one of the jars. This, I don't make specific fruit flavours. This is just whatever I have got out of the garden made into a jam. And I'm just going to blob that like a nice layer between. And this is your jam layer for your Bakewell. Now I'm probably going to, not too worried about cross-contamination, sticking this in there again, because I'm going to use all this up for this. Right, we're going to get our favourite tool, spatula, and go in there and get all those last remnants out. And then this jar can go in the wash. There we go. Now on top of that, we are going in with our next layer. So once we've scraped all of it in, I'm just going to go in with our little spatula. This is a great little spatula, this nice little offset one, just to get in all those little spaces. Now some of the jam pokes through, not a big deal. The reason I do it so that you've not got much jam on the top is I've found in the past that the jam can start to make your top of your cake a little bit browner. I think it's obviously the caramelisation of the sugars in the jam just make it go quite brown quite quick. So if I put it as a mid layer, we don't get that problem as much. This is going to go in the oven at about 165 fan, which is, look at the bit below down here, and it will tell you what the other temperatures are that you will need. And I'm going to go in for about 30 minutes, but then I will check it with a skewer and see where we are up to. Okay, we are half an hour into our baking. I'm just going to feel the top. It's nice and springy, so I'm just going to pull it out slightly and check with a skewer. That is coming out pretty clean. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try it again. Just like to make sure. Oh, wait a minute. It's coming out clean, but I just want the top to be a little bit browner. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take out these tomatoes that I popped in to cook while the oven was on, because we don't just put our oven on for one thing. And I had some of these tomatoes which are looking lovely, and if you've seen some of my recipes before, you'll know that I like doing this with my tomatoes. And we'll check on that cake in a few minutes. So the cake had those few extra minutes. It's out of the oven now, and before I do anything else, I'm just going to use my offset spatula just to slightly release it at the sides. I'm not going to take it out of the tin till it is pretty much cooled, but I've just found it's a bit easier to do the slight release when it's still warm. There we go. Oh, hello Archie. I think you heard Archie in the background there. Right, I'll come back when this is cooled. Right, the cake's cooled. Let's have a cut slice and have a look inside and see if you can see the nice jamminess. Okay. It was quite easy to get out of the tray because of the...
Want me to do it?
Yeah, Chris.
I'll clean my hands.
You've washed your hands. Okay, you get it out.
I'm going to eat it.
I'm
It's stuck.
Oh, look, show the jammy inside.
Jammy.
Jammy inside. Here we go.
Well, my favourite. Jam and almond.
Yeah. It's like a Bakewell.
Well, it's like a Bakewell, but much nicer. It's really nice with ice cream as well. But then again, everything is.
Yeah, Chris and his ice cream. Happy dance. As you can see, it goes down well. It's such a simple thing. 225 grams of butter, 225 grams of sugar, beat it together, add 4 eggs, 225 grams of flour, self-raising, done. Then add whatever you want. It's such an adaptable recipe. Let me know in the comments below how you would adapt it. Like I said before, what flavours would you enhance this recipe with? Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.